Hey Leo, what's going on everybody? It's Sam from CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with your mid-March 2022 tarot reading. As always, readings here are general, so if they resonate, that's awesome, and if not, it's not your message. And if you want to take a look at my official social medias, you're more than welcome to. That's going to be linked down in the description below. Now Leo, real quick before I start today's video, I just want to mention if I sound a little bit awkward right now, I currently have a tooth that needs to get extracted, so that's a pretty painful situation within itself, so just bear with me today throughout today's video, and I would greatly appreciate that. But without further ado, let's jump on into it, starting out here with the current energies for Leo. What do we got? What current energies are coming in here for Team Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-March 2022. What current energies do we got coming in here for Team Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout mid-March 2022. Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. First card out, what do we got? We got here the Eight of Swords. So even in the pre-shuffle, Eight of Swords kept coming out very often for you. So looking at this energy showing up, Leo, you could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Eight of Swords typically is the worrying kind of card. You're overthinking about something. Something is on your mind for a lot of time. Something's on your mind for a while, and it's getting to the point where it's making you pretty worried. Moving forward from that Eight of Swords, we do have here the Ace of Swords. So I like the Ace of Swords coming out right after that, because usually the Ace of Swords is one of those cards that is like a moment of clarity, like you've had a breakthrough, you've had a realization. And then looking at the last card we have for your current energies is going to be the Hangman card, and now you've reached enlightenment. Now keep in mind the Hangman in the tarot can be one of those cards that represent feeling stuck or stagnant, but it also is a card that can represent enlightenment. So in this case for you guys, for mid-March, it definitely seems to me like you're going from being worried and overwhelmed to having a breakthrough moment to becoming enlightened about some sort of situation, okay? So that kind of happened in like a pretty sequential order. You went from being very worried and nervous, you had a breakthrough, poof, boom, you're freaking enlightened, okay? So let's have a look here and see what's really going on for you. Starting out, we did your current energies already, so let's go ahead and take a look at what you're dealing with. What are my Leos going to be dealing with here? Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-March 2022. What are my Leos going to be dealing with throughout this time? Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-March 2022. Let's go ahead and have a look. First card out, we do have here the Four of Wands, which is a lovely card to see for you guys actually, because Four of Wands talks about stability. You're moving into a happier place. Things are stable, things are calm, things are happy, things are healthy. So where you were once worried seems to me like there's no more worries or fears at all. It's like, I actually have a good thing right in front of me, all right? We also got here the Knight of Cups. Moving forward from that, we got the King of Pentacles. And lastly, we have here the Tower. I love seeing the Tower for you guys, because the Tower card is even bigger of a realization than the Ace of Swords. The Tower card is a massive realization. It's something that you needed to hear, something that needed to happen and unfold for you so that everything can make sense. I almost kind of look at the Tower as like a puzzle, if you will. It's like all the pieces fall into the right place, everything starts to make sense for you. So let's have a look at what you are dealing with here. First things first, we do got here the Four of Wands, and that's going to be followed up here with the the Knight of Cups. So Four of Wands here to the Knight of Cups. Coming into your mid-March, I definitely feel here that you're moving into the direction of happiness. You're moving into the direction of stability, you know? You were really worried for a while previously that something was going wrong, something wasn't working, something was, you know, maybe nearing an end or something like that. But jumping into the rest of your mid-March, you start to realize, no, things are actually going a lot better than I thought. Now, before we move any further so that things can make more sense, and I should have did this originally, I want to go ahead and clarify the Eight of Swords. You know, what was the worry or the, you know, frustrating thing that Leo was kind of going through previously? Like, tell me about this Eight of Swords. What was Leo fearing? What was Leo worrying about? What do we got? We got here the Judgment. We got here the Queen of Cups. We got here the Six of Cups. I feel for a few of you, you were worried about history repeating itself, because we do have a Six of Cups coming out over here. It could be, and that's, you know, one of those cards that identify with your past. So it kind of feels to me like you were worried about history repeating itself. You were worried on whether or not you should give something a chance and whether or not you should open up your heart to someone new. So Leos, For those of you that are dealing with this reading, or that are resonating with this reading per se, you could be dealing with a romantic situation. This could be a friend situation. You know, it doesn't have to be just purely romance. So take the reading how it resonates to you. If this reading makes sense, but it's about your career, it still resonates. If this reading makes sense, but it's about your friend or your family, it's still a resonating reading. But as far as what I'm seeing for you, Leo, you know, you had a lot of fear and anxiety, I think, going into a connection or going into some sort of relationship with somebody. And ultimately, that led you to feel very overwhelmed. I think your past played a huge role. Your history did not, or you didn't want, excuse me, your history to repeat itself, and it kind of made you worried that it was, because, you know, the Eight of Swords was you feeling like you were starting to watch history repeat itself, and that made you very anxious. But then you came to the full-blown realization of, wait, history is not repeating itself at all. My anxiety and my fears are making me believe that, but the truth of the situation is that that's far from actually what's happening. So you're going to start to see things clearly moving throughout mid-March. So regardless, Four of Wands here, Knight of Cups, based upon where things are going for you, or what you're dealing with, sorry. You're going to be dealing with a really good, stable relationship that's actually moving in the right direction. You know, it feels to me like you were so caught up in your head that you weren't seeing the actual reality of the situation. You were just so scared of history repeating itself that you weren't actually seeing that you had a really good thing going on right in front of you. So with that all being said, King of Pentacles here to the Tower, you're like, you know what? I am super stable. You know what? This new relationship I'm a part of, or this new job that I'm at, or this new situation that I'm in is working out really well for me. It's nothing like my past. You know, the only reason I thought it was like my past is because I was way too caught up in my head. And as soon as I got out of my head, I started to see things clearly. So guys, I like this a lot for you. You're having that full-blown realization that the current situation you're in is nothing like your past at all. It's actually something that's wonderful. Now let's go ahead and see where things are going for you, okay? Where are things going to be going here for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-March 2022. Where are things going to be going here for Leo? We do have here the King of Swords, which is awesome. It's a card of determination. Where are things going to be going here for Leo throughout mid-March 2022? So we have here the King of Swords, we got here the Hermit, we got here the Page of Cups, and we got here the Sun card. So now you are determined to let yourself be happy. Instead of having all these worries and fears on the mind, you're letting yourself settle down and be present. I think that the King of Swords to the Hermit card here is that you're determined right now to isolate yourself from your past. You're determined right now to give yourself a clean slate. You know, as humans, and it is pretty much human nature, we have a tendency sometimes to judge new situations based upon what it is we've already experienced from our past. And when we do that, sometimes we have a tendency of projecting our past into our present moment. So let's say, for example, you went through a really harsh breakup and you met somebody new that you're romantically invested into. There is a potential, it's a possibility here that what you could do is unknowingly project your past onto this new person, onto this new romantic partner. You could do that without even realizing it. And with that being said, what ends up happening is that you tend to believe that your new partner is behaving like your old partner is, even though that's actually not the case. It's kind of just a projection that's happening and that you're not even really aware of. And then once you fall into that projection, you start to believe it to be true, and it's not the actual reality of the situation. So Leos, coming into mid-March, you're becoming aware of this whole thing. The Tower, you know? Oh my gosh, I've been projecting my past onto my present. I've been projecting what I went through in the past towards the current situation I'm involved in right now. And with that being said, that's what's making me feel so worried. That's what's making me feel so overwhelmed. So as soon as you figure that out, your number one goal here, based upon where things are going, King of Swords here to the Hermit card, your number one goal right now is to make sure that you are determined to not bring your past into your present any longer. What you are determined to do right now is to enjoy the moment with the new situation you're currently in. So whether your new situation is a brand new relationship, whether your new situation is a brand new friendship or a brand new job, it's like I'm determined right now to enjoy it. I'm not letting my past ruin a good thing that I have going on right in front of me in this very present moment. Nice. I like that, guys. Hopefully everything that I'm explaining so far is crystal clear. Hopefully I'm making sense. If I'm confusing any of you guys, definitely feel free to comment below, and I will try to clarify anything that needs to be clarified. But as far as what I'm picking up on here for your mid-month, your mid-March starts out with you being really worried that something isn't going well. You're kind of worried that the past is repeating itself. But what's happening is that you are kind of projecting your past onto your present moment. And as soon as you become aware of that, you're like, wait, no, this is bullshit. Like, my past isn't repeating. History is not repeating itself. I'm projecting the past into my present. And as soon as you become aware of that, you're like, I actually have a really great thing going on right in front of me, and I need to take advantage of that. I need to let myself enjoy the good thing that I have, whether that be new love, new relationship, like a friendship, whether that be a new career. It's like, I need to embrace and enjoy what I got in front of me right now and not bring my past into my present, okay? So this is overall a good realization you're having, and now you're not overwhelmed. You're not worried anymore. You feel like you can settle down and enjoy what you have. Let's see what the spirit guides have to say. Are there any dire or important messages coming in here from Leo spirit guides, please, throughout mid-March 2022? Are there any dire or important messages coming in here from Leo spirit guides throughout mid-March 2022? What do we got? We got here the World card. We also got here the Ace of Pentacles. We got here the Empress. And lastly, we have here the Three of Swords followed up with the Queen of Wands. Yeah, it definitely feels to me right off the bat with the Three of Swords to the Queen of Wands, your spirit guides are telling you to embrace your pain. Leo, you've definitely gone through a lot of pain in your past. And with that all being said, that can make you feel worried about your future. What if my past is to repeat itself? I think everybody has a fear of history repeating itself, but ultimately, you're never going to be able to enjoy your future, and you're never going to be able to enjoy your present moment if you do not put away the fear of the past having any sort of repetition. The only way you cannot have history repeat itself is by doing things differently. It's about giving yourself a clean slate and giving this new situation a clean slate. It's about starting from scratch instead of bringing the past into the present. Now, your guides here are trying to tell you, embrace the pain that you went through. Sure, you went through some pain, but guess what? Right now, you're not in a painful situation. You're in a situation that makes you happy. You're with a person that makes you happy. You've met a friend that makes you happy. You got a career that makes you happy, right? So settle down and enjoy it, is what they're trying to say. The World, the Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, this is a completely new experience for you, Leo. So there's no reason why the past should be invested into it. If this is something totally brand new, start from scratch and enjoy what you have right in front of you. All right, so I know it's a bit of a repetitive message, so I'm not going to keep on saying it, but most importantly, the biggest factor I can tell you about this second half of your month is don't bring your past into the present. If you are in a new situation, maybe you got a new job, maybe you're with a new partner, maybe you have a new friend, do not let your past interfere with what you have right now, because it's an entirely new experience, and this new experience is going actually very well for you. So instead of letting your fears make you think that something bad is going to happen, if something good is happening, if everything good is happening right now, enjoy it. Don't resist it, okay? All right, Leo, let's go ahead and take a look at your overall outcome here for mid-March 2022. What is going to be the overall outcome here for Leo? And what do we have? We have here the Six of Wands, and that jumped right out there for you, which is a really lovely card to see. Six of Wands is the card of success. Six of Wands is the card of things going in the right direction. So Leo, you're moving out of that place of fear. You're moving out of that place of overthinking into like, I can relax now. I can breathe. I can enjoy what's right in front of me. And it's only going to continue to get more successful. And it's only going to continue to keep going in a good direction. And let me just say too, for the Leos that are dealing with love right now, if this is a romantic situation and this resonates to you, at the bottom of the deck, we do have here the Lovers. So this is a good omen, actually, the Six of Wands to the Lovers, because what this means is that you're with a good person that you have a very great connection with, and it seems to me like it will turn into a very successful relationship. So Leos, despite however this reading resonates to you, whether you're starting a new career, you're in a new romantic relationship, you have met new friends, it looks to me like what's to come for your future is nothing but success with these new endeavors ahead. It's nothing but success with this new relationship. There's nothing but success with this new job, so on and so forth. Everything seems to be going well depending on whatever your situation is, because it will vary to Leo, or from Leo to Leo, So at the end of the day here, guys, it's all looking pretty well. So I like this a lot for you. I do. I've definitely been in situations like this before where I was unknowingly or subconsciously, if you will, projecting my past into my present. There's nothing to be ashamed about it, by the way, guys. Don't feel like I'm calling you out or trying to make you feel like shit for it, because we all do it. I've done it before too. You know, I've had many instances in my life where I've gotten into new friendships after like a toxic friendship ended, and then I've kind of projected the past that I had with the old friend with the new friend I've made. Same thing with relationships, same thing with careers. You know, sometimes you have to really look at something new and embrace it entirely as a new experience and not let your past affect anything. Like if you're meeting somebody new, you can't judge them based upon what other people have done to you in the past, because you don't know if they're going to do the same exact things. That's why it's important for that every new beginning we have to give ourselves and the new beginning a complete fresh start. It has to be all from scratch. You cannot give any sort of pre-existing notions about it until you really get to experience it, you know? Right now, you seem to be very happy with somebody in your life, or you seem to be very happy with your finances or your work situation. Whatever it is you're very happy with right now, Leo, continue to be happy with it, you know? There's this happiness that's here. Don't allow the fear of the past to kind of intermingle with that. All right, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much. Sorry if it was a little bit of a redundant reading. Didn't really mean for it to be, but the message was overall pretty consistent throughout the entire read. There wasn't much to really update you guys about too much. So either way though, Leo, I hope you enjoyed it. As I mentioned previously, guys, hopefully I wasn't confusing. I felt like I could have been a little bit confusing in this reading, so if I was, comment below. I will try to clarify anything that I need to. But with that being said, guys, enjoy the rest of your mid-March, and I will catch you all in the next video. Much love, Leos, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.